The legendary life of Saint Ignatius of Loyola. In 1491, a young nobleman born in Loyola, Spain, who was fascinated by the glory of knighthood, was about to embark on a path that would change the world. However, during the defense of Pamplona in 1521, a cannonball shattered his right leg, as well as his pride. Amidst the pain of his recovery, he opened the Life of Christ and Lives of the Saints. He discovered that worldly pleasures only brought emptiness, but imitating the saints filled his heart with lasting joy. This was his realization of the discernment of spirits. One night, the Blessed Virgin Mary appeared to Ignatius, radiating dazzling light and holding the infant Jesus. This vision brought him great spiritual consolation. As soon as his wounds healed, he set off for the Benedictine monastery in Montserrat. He spent 3 days making a general confession, repenting for his past life. He took off his gorgeous knight's attire and put on a rough sackcloth. He offered his sword before the statue of the Blessed Virgin. The worldly knight died, and a soldier of God was officially born. Afterwards, he spent 10 months doing penance alone in a cave near Manresa. He experienced the dark night of the soul and purification, and wrote the prototype of the Spiritual Exercises. This book is a practical spiritual guide teaching people how to pray, retreat, and transform their lives, which was finally published in Rome in 1548. During these years of penance, by the Cardena River next to the cave, he experienced the first major vision of his life. God opened the eyes of his soul, making him suddenly understand the spirituality, order, and mystery of all things. With this spiritual illumination, he enthusiastically went on a pilgrimage to Jerusalem, longing to stay in the Holy Land for the rest of his life. However, the church at the time persuaded him to leave due to the dangerous situation. He chose to obey, because he understood that the battlefield God prepared for him was not there. On the voyage forced back to Europe, he encountered extremely dangerous storms and huge waves. The ship shook violently in the vast ocean and almost sank, but unlike others who were panicked, there was not a trace of fear in his eyes. He calmly gazed into the distance and prayed silently. To better help souls, at the age of 33, he started studying from scratch. After many twists and turns, he finally arrived at the University of Paris, where he met companions like Francis Xavier. In 1534, the 7 of them took vows of poverty and chastity together and made up their minds to go on a pilgrimage to the Holy Land and spread the gospel. The Companions of Jesus officially took shape. Later, in 1537, they were ordained as priests in Venice. On a journey to Rome, in the small chapel of La Storta, he experienced his second vision. He clearly saw Jesus carrying the cross. Jesus looked at him and said, "I wish you to serve me." Ignatius of Loyola knelt down and replied, "I am willing." With this mission, in 1540, the Pope officially approved the establishment of the Society of Jesus. In 1541, Ignatius took over as Superior General, serving for 15 years. During this time, he set out to write the Constitutions of the Society of Jesus. For this constitution, he constantly prayed and discerned. During his days as Superior General, he personally wrote over 6,000 letters to all over the world, maintaining contact with Jesuits everywhere. He also sent missionaries like Francis Xavier to different corners of the world, successfully spreading the gospel to Asia. He repeatedly urged them to always remain humble and to fully manifest the spirit of universal love. In 1556, Ignatius passed away peacefully in Rome. In 1622, Ignatius was officially canonized as a saint. By 1922, he was declared the patron saint of spiritual retreats for the Catholic Church. His motto was, "For the greater glory of God." It means that the highest goal of our lives is to make good use of the life given by God to serve others, thereby attributing all glory and gratitude to God.
May we all be like Saint Ignatius, seeing grace amidst the storms of life, and using our own lives to serve the world. Thank you all for watching today. If you find today's sharing meaningful, please share it with your loved ones.